How do you feel coming into this year? Obviously, a lot of expectations on your shoulders.
I feel great. We have a great team here. We've been working hard through I think it's 7 or 8 weeks of spring workouts. Everybody's been buying in, so I feel great about everything going on here. Coach Hogerson's doing a great job as always, and everyone's buying into the program and working hard.
How do you feel different? Obviously, now you have a year of this offense under your belt as opposed to last spring just learning it. How has that been for you?
I feel a lot more seasoned. I'm not trying to figure things out there as I was last spring. I have an understanding of the offense. I can teach younger guys a little bit more than maybe I was able to in the past. And overall, I think I'm doing a great job at just making my reads, going through my progressions, and doing a great job at just tying in my footwork with the timing of the throws and my reads, and making sure that I understand what I have to do as a leader, and making sure that I make sure that the offense runs at a good tempo.
About the team in general, like the mood, I guess. I mean, last year you had a head coach in waiting. You're coming off of a loss in a bowl game. It's got to be completely different this year.
The mood has changed over time, and that's something that I think is good. Not to say Coach Stewart had us going in the wrong direction, because we were still good, but Coach Hogerson has us believing a little bit more, and we all have a little bit more confidence in ourselves, and we all are taking advantage of every chance we get out there on the field and making sure that we get better each day.
A couple times last year, Coach Hogerson would say that you guys weren't necessarily running a large portion of what you were implemented or so. Yeah. Do you see already that maybe you guys are more capable of doing more in the offense?
Yes. The guys that we had come in early, as far as the freshmen like Ford and Jordan, those guys picked up right speed and did a great job at it. And the veterans that we have, we carried over what we did in the Orange Bowl and what we did last year into this season. And we're making sure that we're not satisfied, but we're getting better, and we're making sure that we understand what we have to do, and we're making sure that we go out there and we work hard, and we work hard in the weight room. We make sure that we're held accountable for what we have to do, and that's something that builds good character with the team, and it's something that's going to help us out this upcoming fall.
A lot of expectations for this offense to be, quote unquote, a year better. Is that how that manifests itself? Just that you can run more of what he wants to run than what you did last year, or is it about more than that, I guess?
I don't think we need to change anything. If it's not broke, don't fix it. That's what they always say. And I believe we have a good system in place here, and we do a great job at running the offense. The thing that we do so well is making adjustments, and we do that, from game to game. But as of right now, it's about polishing up and making sure that we understand, what we have to do on the field, and making sure that we get the timing down and that we're crisp going into the summer.
How about your quarterback room? Two capable arms as opposed to having Dana throwing the ball or Shannon or anybody like that. I mean, that's got to be a good sign to have those guys.
It's a great sign. To have Ford here, he's a freshman, but he caught up right up to speed. He's doing a great job. He's not wide-eyed. He acts like he's been there before. So to have him, not just as an arm, but to have him, to work with him, to see him progress and try and help him get better before I leave here is something that I take pride in.
A big guy, I mean, I won't necessarily compare him to Jared, but we haven't really had anybody at WVU who's been a bigger guy like that necessarily. And I heard you the other day, after one of his passes, give a little ooh. I mean, are you impressed by what you've seen from him so far?
Always. I mean, I do that with Paul. I'm always rooting my guys on, trying to make sure that those guys I have confidence in them, because they are needed to step up in situations. God forbid if I go down in the game, or something happen, or maybe even in my public duty. You want those guys to step right in and pick up the speed and the offense not miss a beat.
How about yourself?